Yo, what's good, fat girls? I missed y'all. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about how being a side piece almost sent me to the ER. This one's a banger, and I was hesitant to tell it while I was in college because I was still cracking. But I just graduated a couple weeks ago, so I think shit, it's free game now. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you aren't already. I appreciate all y'all who do so. And if y'all don't, a fat girl gonna sit on you. Alright, now, but let me give y'all a little bit of backstory, right? It's like early September. School year just started. Everyone's getting around campus. Everyone's getting to know each other. New year, new people, whole bunch of new shit, right? The beginning of the year is when they have all the events going on. So everyone's meeting each other. Everyone's doing all fun shit. And so, you know me, I'm trying to look for some butt. Because I had spent the whole summer at the school and shit. Like, I wasn't getting no free butt. Fucking, it's open season. Everyone's out. I'm trying to get me a piece. I'm swiping on Hinge and shit, looking for my next victim. And I end up matching with this chick. Let's call her Abby, right? So I matched with this chick, Abby. And I'm like, I feel like I recognize this chick. We definitely had a class together maybe a year or two ago. Because I recognize her face. So I'm like, Abby, okay. I see what you working with. Right, her pictures was looking real nice because she ain't dressed like that. She ain't dressed crazy when we was in class. So like, you know what they say about the corn bitches, like they be freaks in the bed. So I was really trying to be on that, right? So I start texting this chick. I'm macking that. I wasn't dirty macking at that point, right? I was just current. I was just regular macking. I was clean macking, right? I was just trying to flirt with her, talk my shit, because at the time she ain't had no boyfriend or whatever. She was on Hinge, shit. She was just looking for someone, type shit. And so we're chatting it up probably for like not long, probably like 72 hours. Conversation moves to Instagram. I'm like, bet, I'm about to be in there. So then I text her on some shit. I'm like, I set up some type of date. I want to say it was some corny shit like this weekend I'll teach you how to skateboard or some shit like that. Like some stupid shit. Cause I don't know, I was broke and I didn't want to spend no money on a bitch, you know? Like I didn't want to take her out to dinner. I didn't want to go to the movies. I didn't want to do none of that shit. I wanted to make it a free date. I asked her on that date and then I see she read the message and then I don't get a response. But I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'll get a response in like an hour or some else type shit. Like maybe she saw the message, ain't want to respond right now. Like shit, I wasn't really tripping. Like I wasn't even thinking about it at the time, to be honest. I wasn't even like paying it no mind. And then a day go by, and then 2 days go by, and then a week go by, and I'm like, damn, I'm not hearing back from this bitch. So I was like, that's tough, right? But it wasn't the end of the world because I had only talked to her for 72 hours, right? And then I'm in college, bro. Like, fucking on to the next. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the end of the world if I fucking lose a chick. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. And then probably like 2-3 weeks later, after I get ghosted, I see she got a whole new man. Like, she got a man's. So I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I understand. She probably matched with him, got along with him better. And then shit, the rest was history. Like I'm not really tripping. Like that explains things. Cause I was like, damn, I was like, did I do something? Like, did I fuck up? But nah, like she was just doing her thing. Like fast forward 6 months later, it's about the third week of April. I get a text message from, guess who? Abby. At 1 o'clock in the morning, mind you. So I'm like, what does she have to say at 1 o'clock in the morning? Like, I dead ass forgot about her because I just wasn't thinking about her. Whenever someone's not immediately involved in my life or family, I really have no reason to think about them unless I'm reminded of them by certain actions or certain things throughout the day that I'll come across. You know what I mean? But like in generalities, I'm not thinking about people at all, especially people I really don't have a big connection with. So I genuinely had forgot about her. And so she texts me at 1 o'clock in the morning. She's like, hey, I just want to apologize for ghosting you. This, that, and the third. Like, I felt bad. Like, which was cool because I know her heart was in the right place and shit. Like, she meant well. But, bro, I really didn't care. It's not like I lied. I just, like, spruced it up a little bit. I was like, Nah, it's no hard feelings. Like, I see you happy and shit. Like, that's all I could ask for. I was like rubbing my hands maniacally and shit while I was typing it. Nah, but I was like, oh, like, I see you happy. That's all I could ask for. Da 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 da. But like, my eyebrow was still raised because, like, why you texting me at 1 o'clock in the morning? Like, even if you do feel bad, like, it's still a little AO with a boyfriend. You know what I mean? I forgot. I said some other shit too, but like, basically to round it out, that's what I said in layman's terms. And then the next message I get is like, it's like, actually, I'm looking for a friend on campus. So if you ever trying to like do some homework or watch a movie, just let me know. So I don't even know how to respond to this. I'm just dumbfounded. I'm like, what? I didn't type that, but I was just thinking like, what the fuck? But I ended up saying some corny shit like, I'll be sure to take you up on that offer. Like some stupid shit. Like, cause I don't know, bro. I was talking mad proper and shit. I don't know why. Like the way she was texting influenced my speech patterns and shit. So I was fucking texting like a whole biblical scholar, speaking in fucking like each word had to be 3 syllables or more type shit. You know what I mean? Like I was really on that timing. But but that day come and go. And then I worked in like this little game room area type shit. And in the game room there was like a connected gym, right? And it was like a little cardio gym. There were weights, but they weren't really good weights type shit. It was like a second little mini gym. And so while I was working down there, guess who fucking walks by? So look, so I didn't even notice at first. I was just kicking it with one of my mans at my job because I was like a front desk dude. We had gone back from getting like nicotine and shit, and she had walked in the room, but I wasn't even paying attention. Like I wasn't looking for her. I wasn't whatever. I was telling this shit to bro, literally in the car, and he was like, "Who is this chick?" So I showed him a picture and shit, whatever, and he was like, he looks behind me in the gym, and he's like, "Yo, isn't that the chick you was just talking about?" And I was like, I looked behind and I was like, yeah, it is. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's go time. You know what I mean? It's go time type shit. So I'm ready to say something to this chick after she gets out of the gym. So now I'm fucking, my heart's beating a million miles a second. I'm anxious and shit because I haven't talked to this bitch outside of text messages. I met her I knew her in real life and shit, but we ain't say 2 words to each other. The only way I like talked to her was through Instagram and Hinge. So like shorty woke out. I'm looking at her, but she's like looking dead down at her phone. And so I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna wait for her to look up and shit, and I'm like, say something. But she looked up and like I could tell she seen me out of the corner of her eye, but she ain't put her eyes on me at all. So then I was like, what the fuck? Like, am I tripping? Does this bitch have a twin that I don't know about? Like, what is happening? I thought I was bugging out. And so I texted her. I'm like, am I bugging? Or was that you in the gym near the game room? She goes, yeah, I thought that was you. I was like, yo, come say hi. I'm stuck here till midnight. Like, come on, keep me some company. Right? So she pull up. And then we have our little introductory conversation. Hey, what's up? How you doing? What you up to? It's that and the third. Da 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 da. And she's like, let me finish my last 30 minutes of cardio, and then we could do some homework together. I was like, bet. Because I ain't have nothing else better to do and shit. And like, I'm trying to get my dick wet. Fucking kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Homework and vagina? That would be great. So she goes in to go do her cardio and shit. But not even like 10 minutes passes before I see her go outside again and this shit. And like when she leaves this time, she like looks my way and smiles. So I'm like super duper confused at this point. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Does this bitch fuck with me or does she not? Like I'm genuinely mad confused. And so I'm out here like contemplating and shit. And she's like, hey, let me take a shower before I go do homework and shit. So I'm like, cool. She goes, I shouldn't be more than 20 minutes. This bitch took 40 minutes to shower. You know what that means. That's an everything shower. She trying to shave all her spots, crevices, I don't know why I just did that. I'm like mad confused at this point, but I'm just going with it, trying to see where it leads me. Cause it'd be like for the plot, you know what I mean? Like fuck it, why not? I ain't had shit else better to do. I would just be sitting in my room playing Xbox, fucking recording music. Like I really didn't have shit else to do, right? My hoes were at an all-time low at this point. I was at the bottom of the barrel, scraping the bottom for hoes. Like I was fucking with this. I was talking to this other bitch that I didn't even want to talk to, but the only reason I talked to her is because she talked to me every day. Like that's some real life, no hoes activity, bro. Like you talking to a bitch you don't even want to talk to. Lock in. I'm telling it to past me. Right now, my whole situation a little bit better, but fucking not much. Nah, it's definitely better. I'm tripping. All right, so back on topic. She comes back from her shower with her laptop and some like real deal pajama outfit. But I'm not gonna lie, she was looking banging in that pajama outfit. She had like this little loose fit t-shirt with like a fat ass wide neck and some plaid, them little plaid like fucking pajama pants, and her butt, oh my goodness, that shit was rumpshy dumpslish. Oh my goodness, that shit was looking delicious. That shit was looking nice and petite and plump. Oh my god, that shit looked like a plum. But yeah, I was having a magnificent time when I seen her body. I was like, oh yeah, it is go time. My fault. You heard my text message. That's one of my hoes texting right now. It's like, nah, I'm lying. That's a whole man. But look, we start talking. You know, the first time you meet someone, you got a bunch of shit to talk about because you genuinely don't know that person, right? You learn that everything, like everything's fresh, everything's new. You have no idea what their interests are. You don't know what type of fucking food they like, their ethnicity. Like you don't know nothing, bro. You don't know they ass from their elbow type shit. So it's like a genuinely interesting conversation, right? I'm having a good time getting to learn this chick. Cause you know what I mean, that like it's natural for us to want to be social. And I ended up realizing we was talking for so long. It's 30 minutes after I should have been clocked out. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta clock out. So she asked me, she's like, hey, you wanna go to my room and watch a movie? I got popcorn. And she was like, it's this really good popcorn. And then she was like, you gotta try it. She was just like trying to sell me on going to her room and shit. But like she really didn't have to. I was fucking she said, you want to watch a movie in my brain already said yes before I heard the rest of that sentence. You know what I mean? So she really didn't have to sell it much. So I clock out. Me and this chick end up walking to her room. It's a little 5-minute walk from where I'm working at, so it's real close. We head up into her room. So she's like, hey, can I use the bathroom real quick? And I'm like, shit, it's your room. Go crazy. And so now I'm in her room alone. Just sitting here, not really alone because she got a bathroom in her room, but basically alone because I'm like free to look at whatever the fuck I want and just be nosy. So I'm just sitting here in the middle of the room, just like spinning around in circles, looking up and down, just taking it all in. I see she got like the shrine of like her and her boyfriend right on her bedside table. Like her boyfriend was like the background picture of like her fucking phone and shit. You could tell like she loved her boyfriend. So I was still a little confused as to why we were watching a movie together at 1 o'clock in the morning. Like respectfully, bro. Like, yo, come on now. Like imagine I had a girl and I invited some chick over at 1 o'clock to watch a movie as friends. Come on now. But she was cool with it. Well, I shouldn't say all that, but that's another story for another time. But in my act of like being a nosy fuck and like observing shit, I realized I'm like, yo, she has no TV. What are we watching this movie on? Are we huddling on like a small ass bed and like watching this bitch on a laptop? Because if that's the case, I'm taking my ass back to my room and going to sleep. Fuck Otzies. I'm not doing that. Like putting my neck and back in trouble just for some poon. Fuck Otzies. Like, I don't know. Like, respectfully, I'm too big to be doing that too. Them little twin XL beds, bro. I can barely fit in that. You expect me to lay in that bitch with another human? Fuck odds. And then us both be comfortable? No, it's gonna be one or the other. And so yeah, all these thoughts are going through my head, and then I hear the door open. So she leave the bathroom, and I'm like, the first words that come out of my room, I'm like, yo, like this pad is nice, but like you don't got no TV. Like how we gonna watch the movie? And then she looks at me like Lil Durk do in all the photos when he's caught off guard. Like she was like, do you have a TV? And I was like, yeah, I got a TV. Like it's real nice, and I got a mega bed too. So now I start selling my room, right? So I got a little mega bed, which is basically, if you got a single dorm in college, you'd get 2 sets of all furniture. So in that case, you'd get 2 beds. What you could do is get a big mattress topper to put over both the beds, and then both the beds feel like basically one bed. Not like 100%, but damn near, right? It was very serviceable. The best shit you're gonna get in college. And she was like, you got a microwave? And I was like, yeah. She was like, bet, I'll bring the popcorn. Like, you know, like a cutesy little voice. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting butt. I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting butt. I was like, oh yeah. And then so from her dorm, we ended up walking to my shit. It's probably like a 10-minute walk, so it's a little bit farther, but it's not that bad. Still in walking distance for sure. So we get to my room, start vibing out, and like we both sit on my bed and scooch back and start to watch a movie and shit. We end up watching a scary movie together, and we was like, we was probably like 2 feet to a foot apart on the bed at first. Cause you know, like we basically strangers. We just met. You know what I mean? As the movie's going, as we start talking and more, we start getting closer, whatever. It's a lot of fucking talking. We're watching Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2, and Scary Movie 3 is fucking halfway done at this point. And it's like 4:30 in the morning. So she brings up, she's like, oh my God, I gotta go to bed. I gotta wake up early, this, that, and the third, whatever. Can I just like go to sleep here? And I promise I'll be up before I cause any trouble. I was like, fuck it, why not? She ends up getting comfortable and shit in my arms, and she like wants to cuddle and shit. So I'm like, cool. As we're cuddling before we go to sleep and shit, she turns around and she goes, am I a bad girlfriend? Oh my God, what? What the fuck? Of course. But I'm not gonna say that. But like I almost did. So I go, you really don't want my answer to that. I don't judge, cause at a certain point in time, I had 3 girlfriends. You do you. And whatever you feeling like doing, who is that? Who am I to judge, right? And so I keep telling her that shit. Push comes to shove. Me and this chick are laying in my bed. I got my penis on her buttocks. You know what I mean? Like that little cuddle position where like she got the butt and she tooted. You know what I mean? Like she tooted up a little bit, and like my shit is like poking. It's like poking the fucking the lady gooch, the lady teat. And I'm like, oh yeah. But you know, I was going to sleep, so I really wasn't like on 10. I was just chilling, right? But it was still a nice position to be in. So in the morning, I wake up and me and this chick's still in my arms. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, I thought she'd be out already. But I checked my phone and it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. So I woke up early. I woke up like extra early type shit. The way I fell asleep was on my side. But like I had both my legs fully straight. So I was basically like a 2x4, like laying on my side and shit. But when I woke up, I had my outside leg wrapped over my body. I like, you know what I mean? Like I move my leg and get up. But then when I get up, I'm like mad sore. I'm like hella sore by my ball area. Like damn, like my balls hurt. And like sometimes, you know, like sometimes shit you wake up and just like random shit be hurting. So like I was like, It'll go away in a couple minutes. You know what I mean? Like, we good, whatever. I go down the hall, use the bathroom, and on my way back, I really notice I'm like walking and I feel every step in my nut sacks. Like, there felt like a heavy, like, weight. It felt like 3 pound, like 2 pound weights just in each testicle. That bitch is hurt. This chick still sleep in my room. As she sleep, like while she's still sleep in my room, I start like cupping my balls and shit, trying to do a testicular exam on myself. Make sure I ain't randomly like spawning testicle cancer or like some other shit. Like losing nut in my sleep. Like, I don't know what I was looking for, but I was fucking cupping my balls, trying to see if anything was wrong. You know, like the little veins that connect like the actual ball to your body type shit. You know what I mean? Like the little like veins that go into the ether of your body. I was feeling them hoes, and them bitches were mad enlarged, and it almost felt like they were knotted up. And like I knew that like you could twist you could twist your testicle, and like that's not good for business. Like that's real bad. You could lose a ball if you do that shit. So I was like freaking out at that point. I was like, yo, I think I twisted a ball sack. And so I was like fucking tweaking, but I ain't tell her. Like I was in pain. I was in a lot of pain. I was trying to kick her out. And then so dog, she finally leaves. I end up calling my mother. I was like, yo, mom, I don't know if I have the craziest case of blue balls ever, or if I twisted my nut in my sleep. And she was like, what? And she goes to me, she goes, okay, like wait 30 minutes, go to class. If it's still hurting after class, go to the doctor and see what's up. So I get to class. So I'm like, all right, bet. I end up taking an Advil, fucking toughing it, and going to class. I end up walking to class. I feel every fucking step in my nuts still. I'm like, damn, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, genuinely, it was like a cool 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 pain in my balls. Like, it wasn't like to the point where I was falling over, but I genuinely, like, it was fucking horrendous. Like, I would not wish that shit on my worst enemy. So I'm in class sitting there, whatever. Class supposed to start at 1 o'clock, and like half the class is there on time, but a lot of people aren't. So I'm like, huh? Like, what's going on? 1 o'clock passes, 1:05 passes, 1:10 passes. But like my professor is known to be a little late, so I'm not really tripping. Like usually they show up around this time, and then a little bit more time passes, and still she doesn't show up. So I'm like asking people around. I'm like, yo, like, and someone said she just sent out an email that class today won't start until 1:45. Eat a Frank. So I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this shit. So I was talking to my mans about the whole situation. So my man's is talking to me. He's like, yo, I'll drive you to the urgent care. I go to the urgent care place. I tell them my insurance. They're like, oh yeah, we take your insurance. I give them my card. They're like, oh wait, we may take your insurance. I don't know for sure. Then they go, and it's like a 15-20 minute debacle. I'm like, but I thought we take this insurance. No, we don't take this insurance, but we take this insurance. And it was just a whole bunch of bullshit. So I had to call up another one of my mans, have him drive me to the ER. So I'm sitting in the ER and shit. I'm probably like 2.5 hours through the day with sore ass nuts, and I'm just not having it. So I tell him the story. The little nurse goes, oh, you sound like you're having a great day so far. And I was like, it's fantastic. You know what I mean? Very sarcastic. This motherfucker was busting my balls when my balls were busted. That's fucked up. So they put me in this little room. I get changed into the scrubs. And then probably like 5-10 minutes later, some bad bitch, like a bad bitch nurse, walks through. We end up doing the preliminary testing and shit. I pee in a fucking cup, do all that shit. They fucking take my blood pressure, do the little finger shit, all of like the typical hospital shit. And then a little like wheelchair comes for me. I'm forced to sit in this wheelchair. But if I sat in a wheelchair, like just with my little robe, like my balls would be out because the robe's not big enough for me. I'm a big man. So they gave me like a little towel and shit so that my balls wouldn't be sticking out to the whole world. It was a great time. The reason it was a great time is because I get seated on this little wheelchair. I'm a big ass motherfucker. I cannot really remember the last time I've been moved without moving my own body. right? Like when I'm in this wheelchair, my feet aren't touching the ground and I'm just getting dragged around by somebody. I start smiling like I'm giddy. I'm laughing and shit. And then I look around and I fucking forgot that I was in a hospital and like people are sick as shit. And like there were people that were like real life sad and like it was tough. So I was like, hold on, I gotta lock in. So I pulled one of them like your hand in front of your face real quick and like change emotions. I had to like lock in real quick. I get to the little radiology center and the lady puts the gel on the little thing and then they put it on my balls. And she was like, I'm just gonna take a couple pictures. So I'm like, bet, whatever. It is what it is. I gotta get it done. I get back to my little room and they're like, oh, we'll give you the results when they're ready. They come back to me. They're like, hey, so we found nothing wrong, just a little bit of swelling. But they said it looks like a case of blue balls. So you know how to deal with that. That's basically what they said. You know how to deal with that. And I was like, that's crazy. So you're telling me I went to the ER because of blue balls? And they're like, it can hurt. And I'm like, yo, not that bad. Like, I thought there was something wrong with me. But yeah, it turns out I went to the ER because my blue balls hurt so bad. Like, son, that shit was the blue balls of agony and despair. That shit was the blue balls of pain and anguish. Like, I've had blue balls before, but that shit was like a 3, 4 out of 10. Bro, I was like cooling at a fucking 7, 6 out of 10. And like I have a pretty high pain threshold. So I was so dead confused when these blue balls knocked me out, took me out, fucking like them shits packed me. So yeah, that's the story about how being a side piece sent me to the ER. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all y'all. Yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.